Join the no fun team. AI is inherently anti-worker. No, it's not. It's not. I mean, how many times have I talked about this, man? Come on, brother. No, it's not. All technological achievements are inherently anti-worker under capitalism. But all technological achievements are supposed to be for the worker. It's supposed to make your fucking workload, your burden easier. Okay? It's not the AI or technological advancements that are playing against you. It's who gets to control them and what they do with the technological advancements. It's like saying the fucking mobile phone sucks because now you're in a 24/7 work cycle, okay? It's true. With an email, you are literally under a 24/7 workload now, okay? It's if the government doesn't set up any protections, and it's if you do not have any sort of fucking workplace safety, then where it becomes a major issue. A construction vehicle is inherently anti-worker. You could hire 10 workers to dig a hole or a single machine to dig it faster. Exactly. Every aspect of technological developments that you now take for granted that has made your life truly much, 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 much better. Okay? Every part of your life that you experience, everything that you take for granted, all of these amenities were done because humanity prospered, humanity thrived, and there was more technological development, okay? And every step of the way, those technological advancements took out some workers from the labor force who were forced to basically find something different to do. Oh my God, I hate this sort of capitalistic approach to fashion. There is no aspect of fashion that is not capitalistic, especially under capitalism. But what do you mean? Like, wait till you guys find out that, like, most artists are, they all either were children of nobles or worked at the behest of nobles in order to eke out a living that you take for granted nowadays, that you look back at fondly. In most circumstances, art and artistic expression, which fashion falls under, absolutely is the fancy of people with a lot of spare time for the most part, and also all of the advancements, or I guess rather moral degeneracy, that was what the consideration was at the time, were done by people that had some spare time to do so, or was, backed by those who, backed by the aristocracy. Techno-utopias. In the future, we will outsource all the dull, mindless work to machines so humanity can focus on creativity in the arts. Silicon Valley, we've outsourced creativity in the arts to machines so you won't be distracted at your dull, mindless work. Yeah. I just directed ChatGPT to do your introduction. I just stole your art, commie. Last night, I put some bomb-ass Mexican food from my favorite spot down the street. I went for a carne asada burrito with some extra guac, and it was a total game changer. If you've ever been in the area, you got to check it out. Speaking of games, I recently got my hands on the Steam Deck, and let me tell you, it's been a game changer as well. I've been playing all kinds of stuff on it, from the classics like Half-Life to newer titles like Death Stranding. It's such a cool device, and I can't wait to see what else I can do with it. Now, let's talk anime. I've been rewatching One Piece lately, and I just finished the Skypiea arc. The arc follows the Straw Hat crew as they journey to the sky island of Skypiea, where they encounter a variety of challenges, including a corrupt god and his priestly followers. Overall, I thought it was a really fun and exciting arc with some great character moments. What the fuck? Do we not acknowledge that AI in its current state is bad for workers, and it's not crazy to say that it won't get better? I mean, I do acknowledge that, but also, I'm not gonna be anti-AI, like, just, or anti-tech in general. I mean, someone already made this argument, but it's like thinking that the invention of photography ruined the artistic expression. The invention of photography made it so much harder for painters to get steady work, and it's like, yeah, it did. It's not the same. 39 Dev hates AI art. You should bring her on. I understand why artists hate AI art. Like, I get it. Photography isn't trained on stealing artwork from other people. Hatsune Miku stole the work of vocalist address. You only have this milquetoast take about AI because you don't work as an average worker, so you don't feel threatened by it. Bitch, you know who's not threatened by AI? Construction workers. The fuck do you mean? Are you so worried that your fucking white-collar job is going to be eradicated, which is a bullshit job to begin with, where you work 1 hour out of the day and you make it seem like you're doing make work for the rest of the fucking 5-hour, 9-hour work period? Okay, well, if you're a blue-collar worker, then don't worry. AI can't replace your fucking labor, okay? Like, what kind of milquetoast take about AI shit is this? Don't worry, ChatGPT can't fucking, pick up. ChatGPT, as it stands currently, doesn't know how to do plumbing, okay? It's giving centrism. Yeah, okay. Why are you mad, bro? I'm a machinist. I make plane parts. My profession is as automated as it can get, and I get by. Artists are the same as the majority regular workers. Yeah, like the thing is, literally, the entire purpose of a more equitable living, the entire purpose of a better organization of the economy is so that you can fucking, engage in things that you want to do, like art, okay? That's what's supposed to happen. That is what it is. That's what's supposed to fucking happen. So as it stands, learn to utilize this tool in your arsenal because it's the best it's going to get for you, for your bosses. Force you to start working with AI as they cut half of the fucking workplace. AI's taking over all construction work. Yeah, also, ironically, my job is more threatened by AI than fucking blue-collar worker jobs. Exactly. VTuber AI could literally end my career. But the reason why I don't care is because I know that I will be able to adapt and overcome. It's also partially because, again, I have the tools and the power to be able to make these sorts of changes, whereas you, unfortunately, do not in the same vein because, your bosses make these decisions for you. As it stands, though, a lot of the fucking AI art is absolute fucking trash, doo-doo, dog shit. It will eventually get better, but currently it's fucking awful. It's like corridor digital shit. You know what I mean? We approve artists being screwed over and not recognized because AI took their credit for themselves. It literally makes the entire art industry obsolete if AI can come up with shit on demand. I think that there will always be use and utility in human created art. Okay? Art in and of itself being like a viable industry. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Because you're not going to like what I will say, okay? NFTs are dog shit. A lot of like hyper capitalist art is absolute fucking doo-doo butter. It's absolute trash. AI art, on the other hand, when utilized as a tool by actual artists, could lead to different ways of even commoditizing your art. Okay? But art in and of itself has, at the very least historically, never really been a tool to make money. Okay? That's why I said it's been funded by the wealthy or done by the wealthy that have a profound amount of fucking time to be able to engage in these sorts of things. Art should never require monetization. I think capitalism is a corrosive influence on art in and of itself. So when you come to me and you say, as an artist, AI art is killing my job and it's replacing me, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what kind of art you make. I don't know how you're doing it, but art should not be destroyed by AI, especially with the way that AI currently works. You adapt and overcome only at the behest of the viewership. As soon as you devalue human product, there's no point in watching the HasanAbi stream because it has no inherent value to a viewer. You do not adapt. You do not overcome. Because you offer nothing at that point. Yeah, I don't think art will die because of AI. I think that one aspect of commodifying your art will most likely, I don't know what the fuck that person was saying, but one aspect of your art will probably be harder to make money. An entire argument against AI stealing from artists would not exist in an anti-capitalist world. Under capitalism, art is a hobby and not a career is useless. Art for the pursuit of money and not as creative endeavor as a capitalist concept. And if automation can allow more people to pursue creativity, then that's what we should strive for. But it doesn't. It currently does not. And it will not. That's the unfortunate reality, is that like art should be something that you're doing. Oh, fuck. Tadic, yeah, dude, Tadic. Boxes in the other room, too. Yeah, it might be. Yeah. Bro, Photoshop filters, algorithms, or AI, and nobody's crying about the Gaussian blur replacing artists. You learn use it and make cool shit with it. Yeah, exactly. Ego Raptor says, look, you can just say it's important to me that a human person made this thing. All this hogwash about how AI art is ugly. You care about people and that people make art. It's important to you. You just never had to face it because it's always been given until now. You're not going to be able to tell the difference between a human-made artwork and an AI artwork very soon. If it hasn't happened already, you have to face that that it is about your values, not about the quality. A tech bro is going to end up making something that you quite like. And in realizing it was made by a machine, you will be put off. You weren't duped. You care about what human made it and how, and you automatically assume that was the case because it always has been. The concept of art has always had a humanity associated with it. It is inherently human. So it is not a failing to be put off when something is revealed to have very little humanity behind it. Likewise, it is not a failing to not care either. If we view computer-generated images, we are still receiving it with our human eyes. We will feel something. And if that alone is important to you, that is okay. And you are not bad because you can't tell the difference. This is a loud subject amongst artists because AI art is making us face things as artists that are uncomfortable. It is putting the megaphone on the quiet conundrums that have always been difficult feelings to process. And a lot of them are about commercialization. Yeah, exactly. It's the commercialization of art that is the issue. It's not necessarily... It's the commercialization of art that's the major component here. There's a major problem here. Okay? Under capitalism, AI won't be used to further creativity in tandem with humans. It will be used to make one person do the job of 10 people. I agree. I've said this time and time again. You can downplay the quality or humanity of AI. You can't find one? Yeah. It's, look in all the boxes. There's a fuckload of boxes everywhere. They have cables in all of them. I'm sure there's got to be more. You can downplay the quality of humanity of AI art forever, but for some, the real problems here are the fear that people will lose their jobs to a machine that is mimicking their personal work or have their non-commercial work used to influence commercial work in a violating way. These concerns about AI are very human and are valid. I feel it is very important to have these discussions because they will shape how we interact with this level of computer technology in the future and possibly make policies to mitigate potential human rights issues. The Work of Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction is an essay of cultural criticism which proposes and explains that mechanical reproduction devalues the aura, uniqueness of an object d'art. That in the age of mechanical reproduction and the absence of traditional and ritualistic value, the production of art would be inherently based upon the practice of politics. Written during the Nazi regime in Germany, Benjamin presents the theory of art that is useful for the formulation of revolutionary demands on the politics of art in a mass culture society. What is this? Walter Benjamin presents the thematic basis for a theory of art by quoting the essay, The Conquest of Ubiquity, to establish how works of art created and developed in past eras are different from contemporary works of art, and that the understanding and treatment of art and artistic technique must progressively develop in order to understand a work of art in the context of modern time. I got people just got caught off guard, and I don't know how to process it. Most people never thought automation would come after high-skilled work first and not manual labor. From 1 hour ago, an example of permutations in Mid-Journey. The new permutations feature in Mid-Journey works so well with additive prompting. Test out different camera angles, film types, clothing brands, models, locations, anything you want by putting in brackets. Then you can batch up to 40 prompts in one go. This is huge from our workflow, and it will save so much time. By copy-pasting and iterating, I can now batch test multiple variables at a time, one by one, currently only available to the Pro plan, and will eat away at those fast hours real quick. Yeah, it's just like, I think what a lot of people are frustrated by is like half the time it's motherfuckers who have no artistic integrity, no interest in like advancing art, no real skin in the game in that regard, basically coming in and sweeping this fucking industry in its entirety through technological achievements. And that's very frustrating for artists, especially when the entirety of the process in and of itself is built on stealing the work and strokes, every single fucking stroke of labor that was put into art before it was printed out, I guess. So that is what's like really, really annoying for people. And I do get that. I understand that. But I also think that this is the byproduct of technological achievements, no matter what happens, which is why people need to figure out a way to start utilizing it to their advantage rather than let it fucking wash over them, because progress is unstoppable. It flows like a river. You can put fucking rocks in front of it, but all it's going to create is eddies. Okay? So what you need to do is Figure out a way to use it to your advantage. There's just there's no way to get ahead of it. The entire argument is going to be completely different once these AIs can tell you what sources it used down to the 0.0001%. I want you in the stream to thrive. Just pointing out that AI, given enough time, will not only match anything a human can produce, but it can outperform a human. So human creation can only survive at the behest of charity of a viewership, viewing solely because it's human created and not merit. And I don't know where to go from here. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I do. Maybe I'm just stupid, though, and think that, like, no, there will always be a way for me to utilize AI. Dude, if you fucking write this one more time, I'm going to stop. You're done. You're done. Take a day off. I'm sick and tired of you fucking writing in, like, baby voice the entire day, dude. Holy fucking shit. Look at this. Address the allegations regarding gaming. Stop. It's so fucking annoying, dude. I can't stand motherfuckers that write fucking baby voice. I am not as worried, even though, you know, what I do, literally what I do right now is at the precipice of changing so dramatically that it might not ever exist ever again by a human being. VTubers and like AI VTubers already exist. Okay? They could quite literally just recreate the stream. Okay? They could do that. Yeah, but you're grandfathered in, you're already famous. It doesn't mean anything. All the fame in the world doesn't fucking mean shit if you could just be like replaced ultimately. Right now it's just novelty though. I know. The point is, however, I am partially not as fearful as others because I see it as a tool. I see it as a tool.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, a fantastic afternoon.
Here's Ammon Hawk, who did a HasanAbi VTuber model that you can, like, change. I've already watched this video. Here, I'll show you. Like, you can change components of it, too, with, like, donations and shit. Hold on, I gotta...
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, a fantastic afternoon, a fantastic pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is the HasanAbi broadcast coming to you live from dark California, Los Angeles, folks. We are live and alive, and I hope all the boys, all the girls, and all the NBs are having a fantastic one. Do I sound to you all? So, as you can see, I have lost all of my subscribers. I have no followers. I've lost everything. I needed your help. Get all 70000 of my survivor, Jack. My subscribers, I want them back. Please help me. It seems like the arms command is not working. He is working. There's also a command called dance. That's very good. Today I'm going to be talking about news and watching some YouTube videos. Amy Lark, I don't know anything about urology. My head is way too large. I'm so embarrassed, forgive me. You can shrink my head into redeems and make it look more realistic. I have the first person mode too. Oh God. What the hell is happening to my pants?
This is so cursed. Photography is a tool. AI is a replacement for the artist. I highly recommend reading the Benjamin. No, AI is only a replacement for the artist if artists don't figure out a way to fucking overcome and adapt and make their art better by utilizing AI. Currently, though, it's never actual artists that are fucking utilizing AI. It's like random stem cells who have never actually done art or care about art at all. That's the main difference. That's the main problem. AI art is like everything nowadays. There's shortcuts to create absolutely vapid bullshit. Doesn't matter how good or bad the shit that gets generated gets. It simply doesn't matter because there's no depth to it. It's not like the advent of Photoshop or photography. Those are tools to accomplish vision. This is just another tech solution in search of a problem. Fuck AI art forever. Totally not true. Every not famous artist loves AI. Well, there's plenty of not famous artists in this chat that fucking hate it. So I don't know if I agree with that. Right now, people are using this will replace artists as a selling point to attract investors to their companies. Yeah. It's like you telling candle makers to just get good because of the light bulb. Not necessarily. I think that art is not something you can just like, I don't know how to fucking describe it. Shouters are so wrong. Photography changed art forever. It used to be that only way to know what something looked like was to get a painting done of it, and the level of skill was making a painting that looked like something else. Now painting is about expressing something that is not tied to the exact way something looks. No, I mean, that's not true. There were plenty of instances where like paintings were not supposed to look like something that you know. It was a lot of like biblical interpretations, for example. It's not like people knew what a fucking angel looked like. They just made that shit up. But, I mean, the part of it that's true is that, yes, photography did change art forever. I agree. Most artists that are working in the industry aren't concerned about being replaced, but more concerned that we're getting exploited by large tech companies at the benefit of cheap commercial generation of art. The true winners are Microsoft and Google dumping billions so they can put all this shit under a subscription model. I should preface that I'm an ex-software engineer and can see AI tools being beneficial in theory. I mean, they are. They are beneficial. In 3D art, AI can't do topology, unwrapping, skinning, which are the most annoying part of the procedure to do, so at least that job still remains law. AI art consumer base just want cheaper furry porn, let's be honest. Yeah, like, I think it, in a weird way, I think there's also another component, like, the majority of people don't do art, right? Like, or commercialized art. So this offers people with like some level of creativity or creative prowess to be able to engage in art without doing the work, without learning the skills. And I think that really frustrates a lot of artists. You know what I mean? That's it. You might have that I get it. Like I understand it. It's for a lot of people who are dog shit and have no technical prowess in art, who haven't fucking toiled over it for thousands of hours, making sure that they perfect all of their strokes, to be able to literally make something that you spent your entire life making in a matter of seconds. So for that reason, it's like, it's pretty impossible to get ahead of it. You know, it opens up art as an accessible thing to every single person with any kind of creative. It's not that. Stop trivializing it, says South Yemeni Marxist. The biggest issue you still have not addressed is the data sets used for these art AI. It depends on scrubbing through thousands of real artists' work without any credit. All work being used to teach this AI about how to replace us, and we don't get a cent back. It's not about them doing it easier. It's about literal theft. Yeah. The problem with that is that it takes the art of other people, scrubs it, and then makes something entirely different. Right? So at that point, we go back to the same cyclical argument of like how all art is technically derivative. And therefore, the better AI art gets, the more it's going to be not similar to anything that you have created as an individual artist. And it's just going to take from every single artist and make something different. So ultimately, it's not just copying and recreating in an identical style to some other artists and their work of art. It's just going to make something entirely different. Now, having said that, people can literally use artists as a prompt and recreate their style, and that is fucked up. It's not entirely different, dumbass. If you have enough experience looking at art, especially if you made it, you can see what the AI stole from. Okay, guys, I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you. Calling me a dumbass while you're complaining that like AI is stealing your art is, you know, it's not very nice. Okay, I'm not your enemy. Like, calm down. Chat is having the worst takes right now, quadrupling down for aesthetics. No, I think it's because there's a lot of artists in this community, and they're genuinely and understandably fearful that they will not be able to make money with their art any longer because it's like basically stolen from by some fucking tech bro who is going to, you know, literally copy paste the art that they were making, okay, and then sell it for nothing, for free, give it for literally free to just steal your data. That's how easy it is. That's frustrating, I think. As someone who drew, who no longer does it, who originally thought when he was growing up that he would become an artist eventually, who had big dreams of being working in like the video game industry, I do understand it, but I don't do it any longer. So I also am not going to sit here and act like I know exactly what that looks like. I just don't think that. I don't think that like human beings, artists will be defeated by AI. It's just that maybe it will dramatically undermine the way people consume art, because art is something that is super personal and your consumption of it is super personal. This is like hyper commercialized, and that people will just not give a shit about the art that you make and will basically focus on, you know, accessing it as cheaply as possible. We all drew titties to jerk off to, right? Record players have existed for years and people still go to concerts. Make an effort to actually reach out to artists, especially those with knowledge of software, dev, and AI. Seriously, your understanding of AI art is limited. Yes, it's explicitly trained to specific artist styles, being dangerously dismissive to an industry that was already struggling. Chat will never accept your takes on this. You need to bring in an artist to say the same thing as you for chat to get it. No, I think that there are a lot of people who fancy themselves to be like the better artists than the artists that I bring on that will defend AI art, and they will still get mad. There is no aspect to this. I have a pretty extent. I don't really talk about it, but I do have a relatively extensive background in art. I don't draw anymore. I haven't drawn in years, so I can't speak on it like that. And I don't want to even say it because I don't want people to fucking turn around and be like, dude, shut the fuck up. You drew titties. You sucked. And then attack my shitty fucking deviant artwork. I hate this attitude some chatters are coming at you with when it seems like you're genuinely trying to have a discussion and learn. I get people are fearful. I fought with you on this myself, but you are not being closed-minded. I'm not. And no, I don't want to show you my art. I don't like the whole just use AI argument because I want to make it myself. I want to make decisions. I want to make the composition. I don't want a computer to do it for me. Okay, okay, here's the thing. I can suggest a lot of folk for you if my lawyer's okay, I can talk to you. Here's the thing. Guys. No one's going to stop you from doing art. What we're talking about in this circumstance is just how much money you can make while doing the art. Okay? There will always be value for art that you are creating with the same tools. There's a reason why there's a reason why people do carbon dating procedures to like verify whether or not a work of art is actually the original. There's a reason why the Mona Lisa is the fucking Mona Lisa, and it in many respects can never be recreated. Okay? You understand? You can always get a print of it. Not the same. You get it? There's an essence to it. There's an energy to it beyond simply what you what you are looking at, what the visual stimuli is. The Mona Lisa is highly overrated. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm just using like a very popular work of art. Okay, shut the fuck up. So no one is actually going to stop you from doing art. You can still do art in the way that you want to do it. The issue here is that you will not be able to commoditize your art in the same way. That's what people are, or specifically artists, are upset about. Monetization. Still sucks for people just making a living on commissions. No one's carbon dating the anime titties that someone commissioned on Fiverr. Sag. Incorrect take once again, Lazan. I will stop them from making art. I will force everyone to use AI to make art, whether they like it or not. Most shouters are young. They grew up with computer-aided art. They don't think it ruined it, but all the hand-drawn animators who lost their jobs would say different. Yeah, but ultimately, all of that was technological advancements that we take for granted every single day. These are all things that we consider as amenities that are a given, okay? But every step of the process, people lost. Some people lost. People lost jobs, livelihoods. But ultimately, human beings have a profound ability to adapt and overcome. It's probably our strongest, it's the strongest aspect of mankind, other than destroying. Truly sad. You fight for everyone and are open to hear except here for artists. Artists are encouraging non-artistic people to learn, not to completely abandon it. Man, you're taking the wrong way. The problem is the unethical use of copyrighted artwork without consent. You literally sound like an NFT, bro. I don't get why you're so against hearing artist takes. I'm not against hearing artist takes. I'm hearing artist takes right now in the chat. I've heard from every artist in the chat who fancies themselves to be a artist who's commissioning works of art. I think the issue is that when I hear from someone and I say, well, here's what's going on, here's the alternative, and I'll admit I need to think about this more. I need to think about it more. But I mean, immediately assuming that I'm like trying to kill you is silly. I think you just want me to agree with you immediately and just be like, you're right, I'm so sorry about ever making a consideration about AI art. Hassan Balenciaga. Yeah, that was kind of doo-doo though, right? See, look at this. This is what I mean. It's like fucking AI art as it stands currently is fucking dog shit. Look at that. At least it made my head large though. There are so many awesome artists in this community that I routinely highlight. Perfect argument for this already exists in terms of sampling. Music producers take from previous works and transform them, but to do so, they credit and make sure they clear with the original composer musician. Right now, what tech bros are doing with AI art are doing what those early producers do, going straight to the mass commercialization, doing so without the consent of the original creators they're ripping shit off of. Are all samples cleared, though? Like, I don't think it works like that. And also, in certain circumstances, again, in certain circumstances, when you change a sample so dramatically that it is like not in any way, shape, or form identical to what it once was, are you supposed to do that? The great example that immediately comes to mind, for me at least, is Playboi Carti.